The Moto G Stylus from Motorola has been around ever since 2020, but after its first introduction, none of its successors captured my attention for review until now. So, what's so special about this 2024 version? For starters, the design looks and feels a lot more premium than before. I love the color options, gold and red. No conservative colors. The faux leather back matches the quality of many premium Chinese phones. It's only when you hold the side where you truly feel a hint of cost-cutting with the materials. It has a 120Hz display which feels buttery smooth navigating around the UI. But with just a Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 SoC on board, graphics has to be downgraded on AAA games to maintain those refresh rates. This degrades the visual experience. The stereo speakers produce exceptional mids and highs, but bass is still barely noticeable. Superb for general social media consumption, but still leaves a lot to be desired for high-class entertainment. The camera setup is a lot less complicated than before. There's no action cam or anything, but the 15-megapixel camera produces photos with impressive color contrast and clarity, albeit too saturated on certain occasions. My complaint with the previous G Stylus is that photos becomes blurry the moment lighting reduces. I took the same photo again with this G Stylus, and the difference is miles better than before. Even night photos, the colors pop. Just stay away from light exposure and any object in motion, then you will be good. For videos, the color is accurate and even manages to filter out some glare I had on the metal slides on a sunny day. But footage definitely doesn't feel as smooth or crisp compared to flagship models. Of course, the main point of having a G Stylus is using the stylus, and I still have mixed feelings about the experience. The good is that it feels refreshing to use when you take the stylus out after touching the cheap plastic screen for a prolonged period of time. The experience is similar to Samsung Note or Ultra phones, from off-screen memo for your impromptu sketching to GIF maker and screenshot doodling. It even has live messages, a feature that used to exist on Samsung's Note phones. All these make the phones feel very sophisticated, even though they are nowhere as comprehensive as the Samsung apps. The downside is that the stylus accuracy is still appalling and lacks palm rejection, causing a lot of mistouches. In other words, it's still cumbersome to use, despite having useful features added. The Moto G Stylus continues the tradition of using stock Android, which should be a good thing, but Android 14 is an absolute shipwreck to navigate. For the lock screen, the battery status is far too small at the bottom of the screen. The settings and power icons in the notification control center doesn't show up until you pull everything down. The controls are nice and big, but that also means you have to slide more to get to other functions. It's just not an intuitive experience overall. Of course, it still comes with a lot of signature Motorola features, but Smart Connect is new to me. It's basically a combination of Windows Phone Link and Samsung DeX, except a lot clunkier to use. Honestly, unless you need its own features like using the phone's camera as PC's webcam, just stay away from it. Battery performance is the only aspect that overwhelmingly impressed me. It packs a 5000 mAh of battery, and it lasts for more than 2 days, with lots of video streaming. However, charging also takes a long time, as charging from 20% to full takes about 2 hours at 30 watts with a wire. For $400, the Moto G Stylus 2024 5G offers a lot of features for the money. Despite my complaint on user experience and optimization between software and hardware, I think Motorola is heading towards the right direction of making an alternative note phone that's worth taking seriously. They just need to upgrade the stylus and make it more accurate.